Hello again, folks. I just thought I would do a little quick video on handcuffs. For those of you who are following Sideways Si, he's just recently got a pair of TCH chained cuffs. So he's just started out, just had to go at shimming. He's made his own shim out of a piece of biscuit tin, and he was just asking some questions. I did advise him to get some ASPs, whether they're 100s or centuries, and that is because if you have a look inside, sorry, not the camera, beg your pardon. If you have a look inside, we've only got one row of teeth, as you can see. That's what we call the pawls, or a pawl, because there's only one. So, yeah, the idea of that being, when you pop the key in, the key turns, and as it turns, it catches that one pawl, like so, which releases that cuff, obviously. So that's the ASPs. But side being side, he's jumped straight in the deep end, and he got a real good bargain, and he's got himself some TCH. And what's the difference, he was asking, and I will show you. Although he's already discovered, but for anybody else who wants to know, these have triple pawls. So 3 rows. Let's see if I can get the light on there. As you can see, we've got one and one each side. Now this would all be well and good and make it harder to shim, as you can see. See if I can get in there. That's independent. That's independent. But as soon as you push the middle one down, it takes all of them, like so. So again, it's not too difficult to shim. Now with shimming, obviously, shimming only works without the double lock on. So, quick demonstration. He was asking about a shim. So I did say I would send him this one. This is one I've been using since Coxie first sent me these ASP 100s a couple of years ago. It's made from a piece of feeler gauge, as you know, those who follow me. And it is getting worn out, but it still works well. So when you're shimming, you need to find that sweet spot between where the pawl goes into the body of a cuff. You need to get it in there, like so. Now the trick is, you can't just push for shimming. You need to push down on the shim and the cuff at the same time, like so. Now that's between the teeth and the pawls. If you hold the shim in place, you should be able to just pull your hand out. And this works perfectly on the TCH. So I'm going to send this to you, Si. In relation to, I'll come back to that in a minute. What picks can you use? Because he was asking about the Shackleton set, and unless you live in America, your postage is going to be more than a set. So really, all you need is any snowman. Take the head off, make yourself a ball pick. I did do a video on this recently, and if you lean back and get it just right, that catches all 3 as well, like so. Focuses a bit naff. There we go, and that'll get you out. You can also use a hook, but I do find the ball is better on the triple pawls. Stop it, Henry, please. So yeah, anyway, that's just a quick run through. Little tip, if you're practicing things, something I think it was Coxie what told me, get yourself a piece of string, a shoelace or a lanyard, put a spare key on it and put that around your neck. So if nothing else, you can still get to release yourself. And also if you're doing things like shackling yourself to a wall or a chair or behind your back, please always do it with somebody else in the house so you can be rescued. I've heard of people getting stuck and having to wait till the wife comes home from work to let them out. So yeah, top tips there. Hope that helps anybody. And also, just so you know, Si, I'm going to go to the post office in a second. This shim, because I've already packaged this when I did the packaging tips video. I'm going to pop this inside this little envelope. I should put your name and address on this envelope. This will be in here, So please be careful when you open it, mate. Obviously, you'll have to take this off if you're going to do an unboxing video, but that will be in there, and that will be sellotaped just as an address label, and then I shall just smother the whole thing in tape again, so that does not come out, and if it does, it will still be in the tape. But that's going to be edged in tape, and then I shall tape it to there with your address on, and that is where your shim's going to be, mate. So that's that. Yeah, I hope that helps anybody, and I will see you tomorrow, where I'm going to attempt to make a tensioner out of a couple of nails for the Squire 660. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. That's it for now, folks. Bye bye.